Retirement, the great escape. Ah, when we think retirement, we think vacation, travels, going out with friends, great restaurants, enjoying life the way we've never done it before. What does retirement mean to you? Think about it for a second. Well, I can tell you one thing is that when you start looking into it, retirement doesn't always pan out the way we expect it will. As a matter of fact, there are just about 12% of new retirees that end up with one form or another of depression. That's right, 12%. That's approximately one person every eight. Wow, so that could be you. But it's a lot of people. It's a very big number. So actually, there are three major negative consequences of retirement. I call them the three Ds. So those three things are depression, as I was already talking about, then divorce, and slow death. Now, this sound may sound a little bit, you know, tough, but in fact, statistics shows that these three things happen more often than enough to people that are newly retired. So you need to think about this quite strongly. Hi, my name is Pierre Bourbonnais, and I just turned 60 years old. Just about 4 years ago, I made a major decision that completely changed my life. As a matter of fact, I would say that it saved my life. Yes, you see, back then, um, all of a sudden, I started feeling a little strange. I was stuck in a very stressful job, and I decided to go see my doctor. He told me that A, I was suffering from depression, and B, that my blood pressure was at 180 over 100. That is crazy. I was a cardiovascular accident waiting to happen. Plus, my body weight was at 285 pounds, so I was obese and high blood pressure. Very, very bad combination. I was stuck in a very stressful job with to which the environment in which I was evolving was completely crazy. So no respect, impossible demands, and so on. So I started thinking, okay, I cannot continue this way. I need to transition to something else. So my doctor put me on full rest, and this lasted for about 4 or 5 months. So meanwhile, I was thinking, and I was preparing for my Pierre to life, something completely different. It caught me off guard, when I went to the doctor and he told me about my blood pressure, about depression. It completely caught me off guard. I had no idea what was coming. I thought everything was all right. I knew there was I was not fully happy, but I was really, really surprised. So pay attention to your own signs because you never know what is lurking, beside. So I started a transition process. So I took the decision to give my resignation from that crazy work. It wasn't for me. It was slowly killing me. So I resigned. And I decided to go travel, to change my mind, to see what's out there, to do something different. So I left for several months just to try to find myself, basically. So 4 years later, stopped medication, both for depression and for high blood pressure, lost 75 pounds, feel better than ever. And, I actually feel like I'm 20 years old. Well, let's say 35. So the learning curve was a long and painful one. It took me several years. I trial and error and so on. And it was not an easy transition towards an early retirement. So that's why now that I've done it, that I've went through it, I want to help others who are nearing the transition towards retirement or maybe already in retirement, but are struggling with this new way of life. And believe me, as I said earlier, it happens a lot. I've done many transitions. I had issues with substance abuse, which I managed to get out of my life. I had financial issues, financial bankruptcy. Um, I went from a semi retired life to one of writer, photographer, and now life transition coach. Um, I lost 75 pounds uh, by just changing my habits and adding a little bit of exercise. I got out of my antidepressant, which is not an easy thing to do, and I moved to a foreign country. I moved to Bali, Indonesia, because for me this was my choice. It's not the solution for everyone, far from it, but for me this is what caused me or brought me a lot of success in my new life. So I invite you to participate or to go through the following survey. It's very short, you'll see, and it's going to help me and it's going to help a lot of people. I'm looking for some answers into how I can better help people that are nearing retirement or already in retirement and need help doing the transition and settling into that new way of life. So please take the time, go through the questionnaire, and I hope we'll be talking about it soon. Thank you so much on my behalf and on behalf of everybody else who needs it. Thanks.